Emotional avoidance kills intuition. The thing is, when you avoid a feeling, you're avoiding a certain nonlinear form of knowledge that your body produces. Okay? Think of that. A nonlinear form of knowledge that your body produces. Um, when you feel a feeling, it's kind of an instant knowing. It is an intuition. It did not go through a logical filter, right? It's direct knowing. Now, one thing that I like to say about intuition to make people see it a little differently is that intuition is required to know instantly if somebody is beautiful or if even a view is beautiful, right? Now, if we would say that beauty is all about symmetry, for example, that both sides of the face are symmetrical. So it's not about the eye size or the nose size or whatever, it's more about the symmetry. Now, when you look at a person, you're not measuring both sides of their face for symmetry. You look at them, boom, you know immediately, beautiful, not beautiful, in your eyes at least, right? If you look at the Grand Canyon for the first time, you're standing there on the rim at sunset. You don't say, well, I have calculated there are 842 different shades of pink, so therefore this is stunning. No, you look at it, it's stunning immediately. I would like you to think of that as intuition. It is information that you have gotten without going through the matrix of logic. It's instant knowing. So, intuition is a feeling, I would argue, an emotional feeling. Emotional avoidance blocks that experience. Emotional avoidance sends you into the brain, into the logical mind. Emotional avoidance will have you feel an emotion that and avoid it by going into the mind, trying to figure it out, trying to feel why I feel that, trying to solve it as a problem, rather than let it in as intuition. People doubt psychic abilities, they doubt intuition. That's fine. But you will find that to the degree that people doubt intuition, you might just tend to notice that they are the people who are more emotionally disconnected, more the overthinking type of person. So, if you could really see that emotions and intuition are kind of the same thing, and that the mind is actually kind of a parasite on living on something far more vital. Um, the mind is, it's like a computer compared to the emotions, right? It's cold and calculating and kind of disconnected from reality, but trying to control reality. It's like a technocrat. It's like a social engineer. Um, somebody using statistics to influence human behavior. It can work. But it's a completely different quality than the emotional, intuitive, creative side of people. So, emotional avoidance creates neurosis, overthinking. It creates a disconnection from reality. And you will find that the people who are more stuck in their heads are the people who avoid their emotions the most. And then beware of giving them your intuition, because they will just slice and dice that intuitive gem that you just had with their thinking mind. And it's not to demonize the thinking mind. I've done many years of education that required that mind. I'm proud of my thinking mind. But the more healing I do on others and myself, the more I realize the thinking mind is a helper, a very necessary and important helper. But it's not the main thing. The main thing is the feeling. Every moment of every day, you have a feeling, and you could label it positive or negative, right? And all of your decisions are around seeking pleasure and avoiding pain. Um, Feelings, right? Those are feelings. And most people are so traumatized on an emotional level, and they've been raised by people who avoided their own emotions and thus their own intuition and love. People are afraid of love, right? Because that might mean you get rejected, right? Oh, there a little trigger there? Couldn't get that word out. Note to self: return to rejection issues. See if there's anything there. But anyway, intuition is where all the great art, all the great music, all the love, all the appreciation of love and music and beauty and art and all that, it all comes from the emotional realm. That's where you really live. The mind is a parasite on that. Intuition is more magical, more important than intellect. Intellect is a good helper for, well, how do I manifest this intuitive glimpse out into the world? Great, we need to do that. We need to figure it out, right? We need the intellect. But if we have to cut off one, theoretically, the intellect or the emotion, I would say cut off the intellect, okay? Because emotions are where it's at. Emotions are where the joy is, obviously. It's where the pain is too. But if you basically have if you believe in a benevolent universe, then you realize, or you come to the conclusion that everything out there is trying to help you grow to a place of happiness. Intuition is there to really speed that up, and intellect will never get you all the way there. Intellect will not get you to joy any more than intellect will get you to orgasm. And that's the way that works. Thanks for watching.